Is there anybody there?
All right. Well, welcome everyone to yet another episode of the Dad Hat Chronicles. My name is Ed, also known as the Dad Hat. With me, I have, as always, my co-host, my good friend Val, Stadium Food Girl. What up, girl?
Hi, I'm so excited. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, indeed. Are we ready tonight?
We are ready, and I'm so excited because today we have a super special guest and one of my best friends.
Oh man.
And I want to give her the title of being the biggest Angels fan that I know, Alex,
Oh,
aka Tumble Travels on social media. Thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thanks so much for having me. I'm so excited.
oh man. So you telling me that we can ask her all questions regarding Val now? Is this what I hear?
I mean, we did go to the Arizona Fall League and we did share a room, so got a lot of
Oh,
secrets.
here we go. Here we go. I love to hear this. This is how this is gonna start. I love it. Val, it's all you, girlfriend. All you.
Well, I thanks so much again, Alex, for being on here, and I'm so excited because we've been following each other for a very long time, and I have to say that I know I'm not speaking for myself when I say I have learned so much about things to do in different cities when you travel. I feel like you are like the almost like the sports travel encyclopedia that I've always wanted to like follow and like really know because you've taught me like think the best hotels to stay at when going to a stadium, right? Like the ones that are like themed to the stadium or to the team. And then, like, more importantly, your page has taught me so much about the Angels, a stadium that I really love. I love the city of Orange County. And so, yeah, I'm just so glad that we, like, now know each other and that we follow each other.
Yeah, no, and
I'm
you've taught me
following
so
her
much
too, by
about
the
how
way,
to
just so
eat.
you know, Val.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
yes,
Well,
we do follow each other. But Val has taught me so much about eating on camera. Can I just tell you? That is all thanks to her.
I love it. That's amazing. Because I still can't eat on camera. I'm like a 5-year-old when I eat on camera. So, there's that.
I mean, it's fun. It's fun, and I feel like she does a really good job of not only eating in front of the camera, but showing us the great eats at Angel Stadium. And I can't believe it's been 2019. It'll be 6 years if I don't go next year, but we're going to change that.
Yes, we are.
You know that I've never been to
Perfect.
California?
What?
Until
Like the whole
next year.
state? It's so
The
big.
whole state. I've never been to California. I've flown over California to Hawaii, never been to
No, you got to make
California.
a pit stop.
Yeah,
That's
definitely.
wild, right? That's just crazy.
It's expensive, but there are a lot of stadiums, a lot of options for sports there. So it's nice.
All right. So I have a question. Alex, why? Why did you decide, you know what? I'm just going to do why this, right? Why on Instagram? Why you decided that you're going to just get into this, Instagram world and do all of this? Like what got you interested in it?
Yeah, so like Val said, we travel a lot, my husband and I, and we've been, I think our like journey to 30 started in 2016. That was like our extended honeymoon because we got married in November 2015. We started going to stadiums in 2016, and it's just like, what are we going to do when we're there? What are we going to eat? What are we going to visit? And it's really hard to find all those things kind of in one place and like what's convenient. And
Mhm.
so I was feel like I was spamming all my friends and family on like my personal pages. And I was like, you know what? We should like just document all this in one spot. I think part of that too was I knew that we wanted to have kids and I didn't, well, just one. And I knew I didn't like really want to front and center my child on Instagram. So like to strangers, we would add people like all the time on our travels. And I'm like, well, what if some of these people aren't as friendly as I think they are? So that kind of went out the window a little bit because I do feature my son a lot on Instagram now. But I made the page in 2019, and I didn't make it public until 2022, I think. So then in
Mm.
2022, I started making it public. I started interacting with people, and I started learning about like new places that we hadn't been, or maybe places that we missed when we explored. And I always would get questions like, where should we go, like to this? Like in this city, like where could we go for drinks before the game? Where should we eat? Like, is this worth it? So things like that. And so I thought it would be great to share that with everybody that was interested. And along the way, I've met like a lot of really cool people. I mean, Val included, who are also doing these journeys to 30 or just exploring new cities in the United States. So it's been really great.
Interesting. I love it. Now, do you do just Major League Baseball, or no? You know what? Actually, because I'm looking at your Instagram, you do all the sports as well. That
Yeah,
you
so it's mostly baseball, but we do other sports. So like we live in Orange County, so we have a hockey team. We're just up the road from LA, so we've done some basketball games. There's like the G League in LA County and now in San Diego. So the
Mhm.
essentially like the NBA minor league. So we've been, trying to go to those games. And so it's really kind of focused a little bit more on taking our son to these games and how we could still enjoy the games with a toddler in tow. So um, I think I mean, you would know, right? Like life changes once you have a kid and you have to adjust. And our travels have definitely adjusted, like from 2016 to 2020. My son was born in 2020. So like we've had to make adjustments. Like we never used to get rental cars. We get rental cars now. We like don't Uber it as much. Like, so now we've been focusing more on like getting a hotel right by the stadium so we can walk there. And like, can we bring our stroller? Like, what should we bring to eat for him? And all that kind of in one place is really kind of the focus of that.
That's that's actually very smart. That's something I will be like, all right, listen, Alex, I'm taking my 6-year-old. What's up? Because it's interesting as a parent, right? When you're like, try to go, because we go through the same thing. Try to plan. Like I currently have in my car, obviously besides our booster seat, I have a stroller in my wife's car, and I have a stroller in my own car because you never know. You know,
Right.
and it's like you there are a lot of people like and no, and I'm not trying to be, but Val, like you don't think about those things, right? Like you don't think about like what am I going to do, like entertainment not just for myself but for a kid. So that's super smart.
Yeah, because like also like the child tickets, like it's not consistent across Major League Baseball. So
No.
like for example, like the Minnesota Twins, like your kid needs to be 32 inches or shorter to be free. And I'm like, I don't like the last time I went to the doctor, they said he was this much. Like, I don't know how tall he is, right? And then like Petco Park, it's like 30 inches. Detroit, the Tiger Stadium, you have that your kid could be 4, like, and not need a ticket. So it's just it varies, and it's hard to like, try to find that all in one place. So I try to do that before the season starts to just say, hey, like this is all of the Major League Baseball like criteria on child tickets. And then also just like food, like what we bring, like we bring a clear bag, even though we don't need to. Diaper bags are an exception, but just makes it so much easier to go through security. But just like
Hmm.
tips and tricks is really what I've been trying to do, in addition to like what we as adults really like to do. Is like we like to eat, like here's what we're eating, like because I mean it's really about just like the whole family experience, and your life doesn't end just because you have a 3-year-old that wants to eat applesauce all day.
For real, girl.
No, no, I'm trying to understand. I'm trying to uh understand that more, that life doesn't end, because it's like, oh, like once you have a kid everything changes. But I've seen following your page just become like more goals, that lifestyle,
Oh,
just
for
growing
sure.
the family and continuing passing on what was passed on to you.
I let me ask you, and I'm looking at the web page right now, so I want to ask a bunch of questions. By the way, you say you're in Orange County, so you're a Ducks fan, I take it.
I'm not like a huge like hockey follower, but I am a Ducks fan. Yeah, I would say I'm a Ducks
That's
fan.
a great answer. That's what I was looking for. We're okay there. That's it. Perfect. Because I mean the original logo, it's amazing. Which also, we were talking off air, right? Because we both like me and Val, we both like the 1A with the wing on it. And then obviously that logo was originally for the hockey team was originally a Disney logo. So like the fact that they're actually able to use it now, it's amazing. And it makes me so happy because that's the best, Anaheim Ducks logo there is. Fight me, I
Yeah.
promise. No, what you guys are not gonna
No,
win that one.
no, I agree.
So, so let me ask you this: walk us through that step. Like, what do you do when you're planning that trip? What do you look for?
Yeah, so I like to see what we can do with my son when we're not at a game. So like what child-friendly activities are there? And we always do that. I met up with Val in San Diego and I said, yeah, we just went to the aquarium and now we're here, right? So like we try to do something for him and also it's a little bit to tire him out. But really just like something that's focused on him and then we'll go to the game. And my son loves the game. So he's going to have a good time too, but it's just something more focused on him initially. So it's like, what are we going to do? Where is it? Like, where is this located? Then what are we going to eat for lunch? Um, and then we head to the game. Then when we look at tickets, it's like, are there any all-inclusive areas? It was easier when he was free because it's like I did the like mom math maybe. Like I divided by 3 and I'm like, oh, these are pretty inexpensive, but now we have
Not
to pay for him.
anymore.
So it's a different ball game there. But yeah, so it's like, what is there going to be to eat for him? Like, do we have enough snacks? I have to say, Uncrustables are like lifesavers for us in case there isn't.
Girl, we have
Um,
every flavor here: raspberry, grape, strawberry, honey. We have all of them. We have all of them.
yeah, 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 he definitely likes those too. So we'll grab
I
that.
like
I mean,
those too, though.
I do have to also say one of the things that we do is like when we get to a new city is after we pick up our rental car, we go straight to Target and we'll do a mobile order before we get on the plane and we'll pick up like when he was in diapers, we'd pick up a pack of diapers because that's one less thing in our suitcase. We'd pick up Uncrustables, we'd pick up snacks, just so that we have those already like with us and then we don't have to make those stops along the way. And we can go to whatever restaurants that Matt and I want to go to because like he'll have his Uncrustable, right? Like he doesn't need anything on the menu.
So
So yeah, so
smart.
those are kind of the things that we do to kind of get ready for our trips. And I used to do a lot more of looking up on like the Food Network, but I feel like those shows have kind of come and gone. So
Yeah.
I'll either get like recommendations from others. That was like another goal of our page. It's like finding people in different areas that we can ask like their personal opinions and
Hmm.
recommendations. I think that's huge to like know other than Yelp. I think my biggest pet peeve is to get to a new city and like jump on Yelp or like Google and like see where we should go. Cause like, I mean, people are gonna be like, I went to this lobster place and I hate lobster. So 1 star. And it's like, well, they're not like real reviews a lot of the time. So
Yeah.
If you hate
yeah.
lobster, why go to a lobster place? Like if you're gonna,
Right.
see, what people really make me mad sometimes. I'm just gonna say that.
Yeah. And so, yeah. So when we went to like Kansas City and St. Louis, we looked up like the best barbecue places. We only had a few
Hmm.
days in each city. So it's like, where are we going to go? Does it make sense for us to drive across the way? Okay, we're going to drive. So where can we stop halfway?
Right.
So yeah, things like that.
That's smart. Super smart. I really liked what you said about that you are not, yeah, like obviously you take a handful of them, but like you go in and you go to Target right away. You're like you look for your Target, you do that mobile order, and then boom, off you go. That's so smart. I never really thought about those things. And then
Right.
you're like,
No,
you're putting
up your luggage, everything falls out. Make room. You make your luggage weigh more.
right. Well, you could be
Yeah.
putting other stuff in there.
Yeah, and then like so anytime I'd get like a Target gift card for like Christmas, a birthday or anything like that, I would just keep it in my mobile app and I would never use it until we're on vacation and then like okay, I'm going to put in a mobile order, what are we getting? And I would use that. So then it like kind of brings a little bit down the cost, right? Cuz like normal life, you're gonna go to Target, you're gonna get toothpaste, whatever, like, and you're gonna that those are things that you budgeted for because that's life. But when you're on vacation, I'm like, oh, this is one less thing I'm spending money on because I have these like stowed away. Again, maybe it's small math, but I think it's always helpful.
A smart math. That's what it is. So, and the fact that you pick up Uncrustables, that's awesome.
Yeah.
What's your son's favorite Uncrustable?
He actually got the honey one recently and he really liked it. But he likes the strawberry a lot.
I'm all about the strawberry. My daughter has been big on the peanut butter and honey one lately.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, they're actually listen. I eat one of those before I go for a workout, so it's a great snack, because like we buy the Costco size box here. We don't mess around now anymore. It's like we buy the big box and then we put it in our chest freezer in the garage.
Yeah.
Big thumbs down because the best flavor is the grape.
You need to calm down, girl. Okay. Best flavor is strawberry. Grape is
I don't
delicious.
Really I don't like grape really kind of anything because it always brings me back to like Dimetapp when I was like a little girl and I was sick. My mom would give me Dimetapp. I think anything grape tastes like Dimetapp.
My wife is the same way.
Well,
she cannot stand the smell of grape because of her childhood and medicine. She cannot.
Totally. Like Jolly Ranchers, no thank you.
Wow.
I do like wine though. Like that's
Well, who doesn't? Hey.
Okay, fine. I forgive you. But so with as I'm learning about how organized you are, there's another question that I kind of want to get into on that note of like organization, and it's how did you freaking organize an entire wedding at Angel Stadium? Because I'm sure a lot of people don't know this about you, but you got married at Angel Stadium, which is goals.
Yeah. I mean, I had like a really amazing coordinator. I'm gonna send this to her after I'm done. But I had a really amazing coordinator and she kind of laid it all out for me. But I did most or all of the planning as far as like the little details. So it was a lot of Pinterest and we had been planning it for a long time. And I had a lot of really like, amazing, talented friends too. So like one of my best friends from college, like, he designed our logo. So if you notice it, if you zoom in a little bit on some of the photos, like they have like the little points at the end. So it's like the Angels font. So he helped design that for us. And then we used that on like the tickets, like a lot of Etsy. Um, and then one of my friends from work, he did our flowers and he did like the peanuts in the centerpieces to kind of tie it all in. We did. I had a friend who used to work for a baseball equipment company, and he got me like a ton of baseballs, so that was really helpful to just have them and be able to use them in all of our decorative things. So yeah, and I just got a lot of ideas off Pinterest and just like little details like that, like I know I would notice and I would like. So we got all the boys' stance socks. They're Angel stance socks. I thought that was cool. Like, the red Vans as quintessential California, and the red like matched perfectly with like the girls' red dresses. And I knew I wanted to incorporate red and gray. Those are some Angels colors too. So yeah, I just little things. And I didn't want to do too much because like, you don't want like your whole wedding to be a Pinterest board, but it was just like those little things that I think caught on. And so we like the last thing like when you're planning a wedding, you want to kind of like, what are your must haves and what can you do without? So like one of the things I did without was the like the party favors. So I'm like, nobody really wants this. Like nobody wants a coaster. Like nobody wants this stuff. But then at the very last minute, I was like, you know what? Let's just do it. Like, and I bought a bunch of can koozies. Like everyone can use a can koozie. So yeah, so we did those things. And then what else did we do? Yeah, so it was just like little things. And then what could the venue like kind of support us with, right? So we did like the hawker appetizer. So we had them like kind of walking around with like the baskets of like peanuts. We did hot dogs. And then
What?
yeah, so yeah, just like what we could do. And they had some things too, like they laid out some like big heads for the what is it called, the photo booth. They brought out some um those like just like lawn games and stuff like that, so that was like really
Right.
cool that they had there. So
That's
yeah, I
cool.
mean, it was a lot of planning too though, so we were engaged for like, gosh, like 18 months maybe. We were engaged a long time, but I mean, it was worth it because we were able to
You
do
did it your
everything that we
way.
wanted to do. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
When you first came up with the idea, did you think that it would actually happen? Because I know I'd want to get married like at the Las Vegas ballpark. I just don't know if it'll happen.
You never
Yeah,
know, girl.
you never know. So I knew that they did weddings. That was like the one thing, is like I knew Angel Stadium did weddings because there was a wedding there. It was featured in the Orange County newspaper, and my in-laws like left it on the kitchen table, and they were like, "Oh yeah, just just for you guys to look." I bet they didn't even think that we would do it, but that was like I always had that in mind. Like after that, I'm like, oh, I want to do this because like everyone gets married at a golf course or like some random place, like a hotel. Like it's like this is like different, and it's close. It's close to us and our families. Like both mine and my husband's families, like we all live relatively close, and so yeah, it was like we had to do it, and so I also was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to afford to do this. But hey, let's just send this email and see what happens. And yeah, it's like super comparable to like any other place. Like, I mean, honestly, I'm like super open book. I probably paid like $100 a person. Like that's like appetizers,
For
um,
real?
like open beer, wine, and champagne for 3 hours,
Wow.
and like dinner.
That's legit good.
Yeah, well, that's okay. Then I also paid for the ceremony on the field, right? So like, so just like the rental of like the location. So it was like super comparable. I mean, again, that was in 2015, so prices have changed, everyone.
Right.
But it is like, my friends were paying like $75 a person at a golf course, and there were other things too, like that you don't think about when you're planning a wedding. Like one of my friends was like, check to see what time we can get in to start getting ready, because some places don't let you start getting ready at the location until like 2 hours before, let's say.
Yeah.
And then you have to pay for like a hotel or somewhere for you and your girls to get ready because you want all be in the same place. So they let us in at like 7 in the morning, maybe. And then the boys got ready in the
Wow.
visitors clubhouse. Like I just asked, I'm like, hey, I heard that that you guys have done this before. Like any chance the boys could do this down there? And they said yes. And I was like, hey, since we're getting married outside of baseball or outside of wedding season, wedding season's usually during the summer, and we're getting married on a Friday, like any chance we can get a discount, and we're gonna pay, like we're not putting this on credit, things like that. And they were like, yeah, sure. They're like a $2,000 discount on our ceremony. So it's like it doesn't hurt to ask. Like the worst they could say is no, we don't do that. And look at us now.
I mean, listen, right? Like, the worst thing that could say is no. At least you asked.
I don't like being
Yeah.
told no.
Well, they'll say something nicer, but they'll at least say,
Well,
this doesn't really fit
unfortunately,
within our
this is the split
guidelines.
price for everybody, and we have to follow
Yeah,
these guidelines.
yeah.
That's all they'll
But I
tell
mean,
you. They'll say no like that.
but that's the thing, is like you have to know what to ask, right? Like I know I'm not going to get a discount on food like that. This is a menu, right? Like this is a menu,
Yeah.
and that's how much they're going to charge you. But like for us to have a ceremony on the field, like how much is that really going to cost? Like, could you do a discount on that?
Yeah.
Well, and not only that, but like the fact that like not everybody gets to get married at a ballpark on the field. You know what I mean? So that's like uber cool. That's like, like true big, huge, massive baseball fans. That's their dream right there, and you got to live that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I remember even saying like, I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting married here. Like right before I'm about to walk down the aisle, I'm like, I can't believe I'm getting married here. Like I said that to my wedding coordinator. She was like standing next to me. I was like, this is so freaking weird. And then yeah, and so we did that. We got married. Well, the girls got ready in a suite upstairs. The boys got ready in the visitors clubhouse, like I mentioned. And then we took pictures on the field. I was going to mention something else, but yeah, I mean, we
That's
did.
awesome.
Oh, and then so what I did too was like when I was looking to see people that got married there, I looked up a wedding coordinator, like who they use as a wedding coordinator. And so like you want somebody that's familiar with your venue too, or like someone that's done something similar. So I went with her, and I actually happened to know her. We used to work together like years before that. So that was also really helpful because she was like someone familiar to me, and I knew like she was going to help me as much as she could as far as like recommendations. And then I hired vendors that were either familiar with either a wedding there or each other, because that's also important. You want like cohesiveness in your vendors. So that was great, and we had like amazing people on our day.
That's awesome. That's actually, again, Val is like probably looking. I was like, can I get married at the Las Vegas Aviators?
It's always been a dream of mine.
You
I mean,
should.
I would love to. I mean, Vegas is really where I started my life, so it makes sense.
So, dude, ask.
Yeah, I will.
You know people there.
Yeah, but what if they tell me no?
All I'm saying is that the ballpark offers a variety of indoor and outdoor spaces for events, including field, pool, batting cages, party decks, and suites. That's from the Las Vegas Aviators. I'm just saying, I'm reading what they're telling me. Yeah, it has a full service production booth, broadcast infrastructure, and event power. So, I mean, catering. I think you might know the catering, people there. Just saying.
You need to look into it, because a lot of baseball, a lot of ballparks do it. So you never know. I mean, they do events all the time. Like one of the things that they weren't going to do for us is like turn on like the big scoreboard, because like that would have been extra, and we were like, no, that's okay. Like I don't want to pay for that. And they ended up turning it on because there was an event earlier that day. So that was like really cool that was there. So yeah, you just like never know. We couldn't bring like outside food and beverage though. So like, because they had the catering company, like they wouldn't like necessarily allow that. So we just like bought beers and stuff like for the boys to get to drink before they got ready. And yeah, it was really cool. It's fun.
Is your husband as big a fan as you are?
Yeah. No, he played baseball growing up. He played Little League. He played in like the beginning of high school, and then he had surgery on his arm. He had Tommy John surgery, and so he never played again. But he was a pitcher. I hear he was really good. My husband's super humble. He doesn't like to talk about himself, really anything at all. He he was really good. From what I hear, he like represented the US and Canada when he was younger. He like played out there. So he's a huge fan, and his family, they're all like big fans. Like they've been going to spring training. I think like his first year going to a spring training game was like in 1987 or something like that, or in 89.
Oh my God.
And when the Angels were playing in Palm Springs. And
wow.
Yeah. And so so he's been going for years. His whole family has, and they have family friends that were like Angel season ticket holders since the Angels came in 1961. And so we've just always had that, and that's like something we have in common. So it was really really cool for us.
See, there you go. I like that. I'm the same way. I played maybe half a season in high school, and I'm 6'2", and then I'm a catcher, and that was it. I was done.
Oh yeah, that's gotta be hard on your knees.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What knees? I have no knees. There's just an empty hole there. There's nothing there anymore. So, anyways, that's awesome though. I mean, again, I go back to, it's like not everybody gets to do this, and that's like one of the coolest experiences for anybody, right? We got to live our experience for our wedding when we got married, right? We had a destination wedding, but like, as if you're a massive baseball fan, the fact that like you got to do all of that, like I mean, and then if I'm like the groom and I'm like, holy, pardon my language, right? Holy shit, I get to get dressed in the visitors, dressing room and all that. Like, that's awesome, right? In the clubhouse right there with, with like plenty of players, Aaron Judge and then Ramirez for my baseball team. Like all these players get to get dressed there. And like I'm putting my suit here now. That's awesome.
Oh
Yeah, I
yeah.
mean they showered in those showers. They also told me that there were like the lockers had the names on the top for the Kansas City Royals because this is when we thought that the Angels would be playing the Royals, like I think for like a wild card game or something like that. And so they had prepared the clubhouse for that. And so that was kind of cool to like know that little
Wow.
bit. So that was so that was awesome. Yeah, I think everybody enjoyed. Everyone had a great time. Like we kept hearing, like this was so cool. Like, so yeah, it was like
That's
the best
cool.
time ever.
So see, Val, you're next.
Yeah, you got to do it. Oh my gosh, Val. Also, we got to do a food tasting to
Woo!
like decide what we wanted to have. So that was really cool. Like they laid out all this food. I'm like, can I have like some Tupperware or something? Like, so we
Val,
like tried 3 different entrees and some appetizers, and then we settled on what we had.
think
So
about all the content you could create
I
Oh
right
yeah.
know
on
that's what I'm
this.
saying.
If it's set up the way it would be set up, where it's like the bestie chef Gary doing everything, I know he would set up the foods that I like. I would just skip the tasting. Like,
See, Alex, you could see her right now. Her brain is working
I
right
know
now
she's
so
planning.
hardcore.
it would be the main course would have to be his Oklahoma City burgers because they're not the Dodgers anymore. So Oklahoma City burgers, those are the best at the Las Vegas ballpark.
So, see, but no, you're not thinking about it at all. You're not thinking about, all right, so I want this food item. I want that food item. I want this drink paired with this.
Yeah. Plus, the upstairs area is perfect to host people. Oh my gosh, let me not get sidetracked. On the note of food, though, you guys want to know something that I learned just this season from following her page? They have an entire, is it a brewery, Alex? It's called Brewery X, right? But is it an actual brewery?
Well, Brewery X is a brewery in Anaheim. It's like one of our local breweries, and it's awesome. Like the actual brewery itself in Anaheim is super cool to go to. But
Okay.
yeah, the restaurant is called Brewery X, and they serve
Oh,
Brewery X beers there.
oh, dope. Okay, kind of like in Kansas City they do. Well, I guess everywhere they do something like that.
Everybody, yeah, like nowadays, that's the cool thing about like, baseball that not a lot of other sports can do, but like
Hmm.
the fact like in baseball you can actually pair a brewery with a ballpark with a team and all that, and that's something super cool.
Yeah. So obviously it's been a while since I've been at Angel Stadium, but I see when you go to Angels games, you post on your story like the menu. You can order in advance, or like how do you do it when you go? Because I just see like photos, but I don't really know like how you do it exactly.
Okay, this is like probably psychotic, but I like keep the link to the menu on my phone in like my windows. And so when the game starts, I like refresh and then it's like the new menu.
Oh my gosh.
That's
So
smart. That's
so
not
I
that's not
always just
psychotic.
have
That's
it.
smart.
So
Because I'm like, well, do I want to eat there today or do I not? Like before I even get there. And then yeah, so that's what I've been doing.
does it change every homestand or every game?
So it changes every homestand. They have a specialty dog. So the chef, I call him Chef Rad, but he does like a specialty hot dog depending on the opponent. So like the Houston dog was really good. It had like corn and black bean salsa on it. The Seattle dog obviously had some cream cheese. They had
Mm.
like a dog with like burnt ends on it or like one with brisket. So like every homestand it's something special. Sometimes it's a burger. But it's always like I feel like the food there is elevated, and plus like the bartenders there are super cool. Laura and Ashley, just gotta give them a shout out, and Marco. So it's just like a cool vibe in there, and it's open to all ticket holders, which a lot of people don't know because it's in the club level. So people think you have to have a club level ticket, but you can just go up there. You have to like go up like near the right field gate to go up, because if you go on the other side, the ushers will stop you because you don't have a ticket. So you have to go all the way down. Trust me, I tried it and it's really a long walk.
Right.
So we have to like go
But
up,
worth it.
yeah, through the right field gate and then go up the ramp. It's right there. So if you can find a table, great. So like they do have some tables that are just like first come, first serve inside. But then you can put your name on a wait list and they might have a table outside. Sometimes I'll try to find tickets on I use like a ticket website to get tickets in the like the seating. So you sitting
Yeah.
outside like toward the bottom and just kind of like the bar seating outside. And then you can have food ordered and delivered down there. But sometimes I'll just go in there and I will order the food for pickup and then I'll just go back to my seat and eat it. Or my son likes to just kind of sit outside in like the courtyard and like run around. So I'll just grab food and then we'll go down there and eat there. But I'll try to like a lot of really good foods. Like I said, it's elevated. So it's almost like you're almost like it's almost like fancier for like regular ticket holders, right? Like you think you're to yourself, I just paid $5 for this ticket. I'm getting this like amazing meal.
Yeah.
So like we really like the chopped cheese sandwich. That's new this year and that was really good. The carnitas, I think the nachos there are better than the other nachos because they use what feels like or tastes like maybe fresh fried tortillas chips versus like maybe like the Tostitos ones. Sorry.
Yes.
And then like the carnitas on it with like the pickled red onions and like the sour cream is so bomb. And what else? I had gotten like the grilled tacos there, the grilled shrimp tacos. Those were really good. They had this corn with like chicharron like around it and the aioli. So anyway, the food there is like amazing, and I love that you can get it to go. So like they package it up really nicely with like the nice thick napkins, and like they put like condiments in there and like utensils, and you can just take it with you to your seat, which is awesome too.
Now
Is it hard? Is it hard to get a table there? And I ask because the D-backs have something similar at their restaurant. And every time I go, it's always easy to get a table. So is it easy at Angel Stadium? Do a lot of people know about it, you think?
Yeah, I think it depends. Like some people do know about it, and I think some people buy tables ahead of time too. So there's that. So you're like not only competing with people that are like trying to like put their name in, but also like people that just buy the tables. So it could be a little challenging sometimes. The indoor first come first serve tables, those could be a lot easier. Some of them have chairs and some of them are just like the high top tables you just stand around.
I'm sure it also depends on the team, that
Yeah.
you're gonna go see depending on the game.
Yeah. But it's like kind of hard to like get there early too, because like there's so much to see outside of the stadium, like that you like before you even get in, right? Because like I mean I think Angel Stadium has the best home plate gate, right? So you want to like take it all in before you walk in. So there's that like element to it too, like before you even get up there. But yeah.
I'm just
But I think like if you get there right away or do 2 games, you can do that first.
Yeah. I'm so excited to cross off a game there next year. I planned a weekend with you. Was it sometime in June? Oh no, it's for the Hawaiian shirt giveaway. That's the weekend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think it's
Hawaiian shirts.
I'll steal one for you.
You don't understand. Like I even have my own Durham Bulls Hawaiian.
Yeah, I love Hawaiian shirts.
It's so cool. Yeah. I love that. Got it. Oh yeah, man.
You can have an extra one. My husband will wear it.
I have to wear them. I can't wear them on my wife. I was like, you can wear it, just not around me. Like we're not going to the same place. So that's awesome. That's cool. I got to make it to California one day. One day I'll make it there.
You do.
Well, if you're coming, I was gonna say if you're coming to Vegas next year, Ed, it's a 4-hour road trip. Like y'all gotta make the time.
A true story. That is true. It is 4 hours. I've been to Vegas. I just never made California. It past that.
What happened?
I was like, you can fly home out of California. Like you could get a rental car from Vegas, drop it off in California, and then fly out of here.
Yeah.
Now, see, now we're talking.
I
Now we're
just planned
talking.
a trip.
Yes.
Well, you guys do this for a living on Instagram, so there it is.
No, seriously.
That's amazing.
But also at Angel Stadium, I do want to give some extra props on the food. So there was a birria quesadilla that was introduced this year that was a big hit, and that was so good. And then you can get like guacamole on it or like a corn salsa. And there was these shrimp Diablo shrimp tacos that were really good. They were like fried shrimp. Those were amazing.
Oh,
And then you have to
hungry.
get the helmet nachos, but you have to
Of
share
course you
those
do.
with people because they're like way too big.
Do I have to?
No, I was about to say.
You
I
do
can take-
because then you want to eat the rest of the food.
Because I actually, when I went to Kansas City, they had the I had the
The-
helmet nachos, and I did not share with anybody the brisket nachos. It was yummy, yummy.
Yeah,
We
I
should
did.
have-
I got those too. I was like, barbecue sauce on nachos. I don't know if I'm gonna like this, and it worked. It actually did.
It did, didn't it? I was like, okay. I still got the helmet somewhere around here, actually. I still kept it. I actually put a bunch of baseball on it because I have too many baseballs. So
Yeah, so do we.
I think Alex, you posted something a while ago that and actually I don't know if we're gonna do it this year, but we had the plan. I think I messaged you about it. How we were gonna stay at that hotel that you went to in St. Louis. That's literally right across the sidewalk from Bush, and so I love keeping up with like the theme hotels. Like I think the Rockies have one. I've never been to Coors Field.
beautiful ballpark.
Yeah.
I
Oh
love
my
Coors
gosh. I can't wait. I think the Rockies have a hotel literally right in front of the ballpark. Obviously, the Rangers have one, Lowe's, but like the Royals don't have one because it's out in the middle of nowhere. And so I love seeing like how you put those hotels that are like
Cleveland.
that almost partner with the stadium.
go
Oh, the
there,
Cleveland Guardians have one too. Nice.
So with Cleveland, the cool thing is you have the progressive field, and you also have the Q, which is the basketball arena. They're all both right next to each other. So like you have the parking, you have East Fourth right there, so it's like good places to go eat, as well. And then there's plenty of hotels nearby, so it's like they have it all around that area. And listen, a lot of people hate on Cleveland, but Cleveland's actually made a big come up, and you guys need to go check that ballpark out.
I've never been.
Yeah, I want to go.
Oh, nice.
I haven't been to Cleveland or Cincinnati. I think what I say is like the ones we have left are the ones that are harder to get to. Like
You
they're
had 21 out of 30, right?
wait, what would you say?
You've done 21 out of 30 so far?
No, we're at 23.
23. What are the 7 that you have left?
So Cincinnati and Cleveland, the Brewers, the Braves, and the 2 Florida teams, and one more. What am I missing?
You might have a hard time with that.
Oh, Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah. I know. I really want to go to Pittsburgh.
Oh,
we're going
ballpark.
on Cinco de Mayo weekend. Hopefully you can join us. Well, not recently, but we had Rudy, Ballpark Food Guy, on here, and he laid out the whole itinerary for us, so we're ready.
That ballpark
that's
is legit.
Yeah.
Well, I like so we don't like layovers because I like hate to fly, so I only want to be on an airplane once a day, and so you can't like fly direct to Pittsburgh from anywhere in Southern California. So it's like, how are we going to get there? So one of the thoughts was like, we can fly into Cleveland and then drive and then
2-hour drive.
come back.
That's it.
Yeah. So that was kind of one of the things that we're planning. But then we have to do Cincinnati too, right? Because they're all like there. We even looked at like leaving Pittsburgh and going to like Atlanta, like to fly home. So we'll see. But yeah, eventually.
Cincinnati might as well be in Kentucky, though.
Drive to Vegas, park your car here, and then we all just Uber to the airport together, and then we can try Cincinnati chili or Skyline chili. Finally, I'm so excited.
The Guardian, what is it called? Goodyear Stadium in Arizona. We had Skyline chili there.
Stop. They have it?
Well, they had it like that. That was one year we went, but I haven't gone back to when they had concessions open because Arizona Fall League last year, they don't have concessions open that much. So
Nope.
we didn't have it there. But I mean, like, I don't know. I haven't heard anyone else say that they've had it. But yeah, it was like on our hot dog. It was like a lot. It was
Oh,
good.
I'm sorry.
But my father-in-law is originally from like Cincinnati or from Ohio, and he makes Cincinnati chili at home.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited.
I'm not a fan. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Well, I know Goodyear's not on our itinerary for March, but I will make that change. I'll take out Sloan Park and add in Goodyear just to try it.
Goodyear's a beautiful ballpark.
I
It's a
haven't
nice
been.
little
Nice.
ballpark.
I
I've
think
been to that one because of my Cleveland team. Because
Alex
they
and
share the
I.
ballpark. It's Cleveland and Cincinnati. They share the same ballpark for spring
Yeah.
training.
Huh. Okay.
Mhm.
Well, Alex and I and a couple of other friends, we're going to spring training all in the same weekend, and I told her Tempe has to be one that we go to. I really want to go back to Camelback because they have the 18-inch slice of pizza, but I don't want to go when the Dodgers are there, and so I don't know if we're going to do that. But I also really want to go back to Sloan, which we did for the fall league. It was my first time, and so, but I might have to sacrifice one of those for.
Tell me how you feel about the Dodgers.
We'll wait until. We'll wait
I don't know if we have enough time for that.
I know, right?
I think Sloan's my favorite spring training facility. I mean, obviously I like Tempe because it's like we go there every year. We've gone there for like 15 years now. So I love like the hominess of Tempe, but I like Sloan. I think it's like the iconic scoreboard and like it's just like literally a mini Wrigley. It's crazy.
I mean, so cute. And I hate that my team's spring training facility is literally an hour away from everything. It's
So far.
Oh my gosh.
Just like in the middle of nowhere.
I know. Ugh.
It's like really nice out there, but that's kind of like how it is in a lot of places in Arizona. Like once you get to like where there's something, it's really
Yeah.
nice. But until you get there, it's just like
It's
nothing.
really not.
Yeah, Uber. I remember we got to the hotel for the fall league, and we got to our hotel straight from the airport, unpacked and everything, got ready, went downstairs for a drink, and I catch a buzz pretty easily. My buzz was gone, like, and it usually lasts me. The drive was so long from our hotel to Surprise. My buzz wore off in the car. I was so annoyed. Like it was that long, so I don't think we're gonna
It
do
really
Surprise.
was.
Or you didn't have a strong enough drink.
True, maybe. Time to pound 10 when we get there in
There
March.
you go.
Yeah.
What happened to
yeah,
Belle?
it
I
is
don't
really
know. She is plastered in the trunk.
Yeah. No, I'm so excited. We're gonna do Tempe. It'll be my first time, so I'm so excited for Alex to show me all the good things. Is there anything like iconic as far as food in Tempe for spring training that you remember?
I mean, they brought in like the helmet nachos this like
Ooh.
last year or the year before. Like
Mm.
they never used to really have those. But I mean, I don't think really. I'm trying to remember. I don't think there was anything that I was like, oh, this is special to this like place. I know like Sloan has the well, we went to like a desert invitational game before spring training started last year, and they had all of the condiments for Chicago dog, like the relish and like mini pickles and all that kind of stuff, like the onions out. So that's cool there. And then obviously the Cincinnati chili, if they have that at the Guardian Stadium, but at Goodyear Ballpark. But I don't think Tempe has anything.
Why did I forget Goodyear is home to the Guardians?
It is.
Why did I forget that? I don't know. Why am I thinking
And the Reds.
Mariners?
this is-
Padres?
Oh, that's in
Yeah.
Peoria.
Okay. Well, I've got to do my research now.
Yeah, so like a lot of spring training facilities now, like it's like the middle is going to be your like the actual ballpark, and then opposite of each other, there's the facilities for each of the teams. Also, it is in Goodyear, so they just share different. They just share the ballpark. That's it.
Yeah.
Pretty cool, actually.
Well, time to do some research, and if they have the Skyline chili, then I'm sorry to Sloan Park.
Yeah, we'll have to find out. We can reach out and ask them
yeah.
if they still have it.
For sure.
I love it. Is there anything we haven't asked you, Alex? Because here's the part that we're about to do. Again, Val, we missed this again. We
I
didn't
know,
give her,
you always forget to give the warning.
we didn't give her a warning on this one.
Uh-oh.
So here's what we do, Alex. Okay, what we do at the end of the episode here. That's where we ask you all these easy questions, right? These are the easy questions we've already asked. Here comes the hard ones, okay? So, and let me look for my cards. I have them somewhere around here. But what we do is we ask you some random questions, right? Just to get to know a little bit about you. For example, the one question that we would ask, and I'm going to ask you now, is out of all the Disney princess, who would make the best spy?
Princesses or prince like
No, princesses, females.
oh, princesses. The best spy.
Oh yeah.
Pocahontas.
Why is it so hard? Well, I was gonna say probably like Elsa, right? Because then she'll just like freeze.
She'll just freeze everybody.
Yeah.
Hey, that's a good one. Elsa, I haven't heard that one.
Elsa?
Yeah.
I haven't heard that one.
I'm gonna go with Elsa.
I like it. All right. You have to choose. Well, here's the one question. Technically, this is the one I ask everybody. So you go into Angel's Ballpark. Okay. What is your food and your drink of choice?
Okay, so well, it depends on what the hot dog of the home stand is. So I might do that, but I'd probably go for a like a birria quesadilla, and oh wait, no, sorry, I would go downstairs to La Rotisserie and get the rotisserie chicken sandwich, like full of chicken, and then I would get the salsa quemada on top and like this garlic aioli. So that is what I would get, and then I would get a Halo IPA from Brewery X.
A Halo IPA. I love when I don't drink beer, but I love when teams name the beer after the team. Like the Las Vegas Ballpark has the Aviator Ale, and I love that.
Yeah. That's what I would get.
Our good friend Donnie would actually like this answer about the IPA. He actually is a big, massive IPA fan, so he would want to try that. Shout out to the mayor.
Game.
All right, so I have a question for you, Alex. Okay, you're walking down the street, right? You're hanging out, nothing crazy, and everything is all normal, everything, right? And then it's just you by yourself, but on the ground, right there to your right, you see $10,000. Okay. Now these $10,000, you did your due diligence. You were a good citizen. Hey, is this anybody's? Does this belong to anybody? You try to turn it in, but it is yours. It is yours to keep. Alex, what is the first thing you buy?
Oh my gosh.
I told you these were going to be very hard questions.
Maybe like some plane tickets.
Okay. So if you're buying the plane tickets, where are you going?
Maybe to Cleveland, Pittsburgh, Cincinnati.
Now we're talking because we're hanging out. We're doing the all three ballparks. Let's go.
We're doing it all. Maybe to Tampa, Miami, and then Disney World.
You might want to wait for the Tampa one. Just it is out of order right now.
Yeah,
I like to say that out of order.
We were waiting till it was worth it for my son to like enjoy Disney World, So then it's like now we have to wait a little bit longer.
I got you. Okay, so out of all of the animals in the animal kingdom, which animal do you think would be the biggest party animal?
The rally monkey.
Hey,
Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
fun.
I see what you did there. Okay.
Con- Considering the fact that the party monkey's mascot is a monkey, that's perfect.
Well, rally monkey. That I like it. Okay. Okay. I
He's
see
got
you. I
hops.
see you. All right. So then, out of all of the animals in the animal kingdom, who is the biggest in pardon my language? Who is the biggest a hole? She's thinking. She's thinking.
I am thinking. Gosh, I don't know.
It's a good question. Again, listen, you come here, you want to, you were talking about, what you do and everything on Instagram. And,
The
those are
cat.
those, you think those are hard. Cats are assholes. I'll agree 100% there.
I was like petting my friend's cat one time, and like the cat was like enjoying it, and I'm just like petting it, and it scratches me, like it got like bored or something.
Yeah, they're dicks. That's why.
Like, like what? Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they're dicks. I'll say it. If you don't say it, I'll do it. It's okay. Also, I'm super allergic to them, so I can't have cats in my house.
He's like definitely doesn't want them around.
No, I can't. All right. Last question. Would you rather go on a cruise to Alaska? All right. And then just spend the whole week doing whatever you got to do, no thing, or go camping in the middle of nowhere with no
Alaska,
cell
I hate
service.
camping. I could do no cell service. I was in Cuba for a week once with no phone. Like I could do no cell service. I am not doing camping. I don't understand why people want to
It,
pay to live in a tent.
Yeah.
I just
I
don't.
love
It's
camping.
not my
Camping is
thing.
fun.
Yikes.
I mean, it's like on my mom list, like things like I never thought I'd do unless I was a mom, right? Like
You
camping,
got yeah.
fishing, Halloween.
Oh yeah. I mean, those are the things you got to do. I mean, that's how it goes. I went camping about a couple of months ago, and I actually stayed up all night making sure that my daughter was actually warm because my little angel decided that she didn't want to be under the bed sheets when it was like super cold outside. I'm like, Daddy, I was hot, and I'm like, no, you weren't because I was watching you.
Yeah,
But
camping's
anyways,
not my jam.
Alex, thank you so much for doing this. This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, this was really fun. Thank you guys for inviting me.
Oh, this was great. I learned so much about the wedding process.
You know she's gonna reach out to you, right? You know she's gonna be like, "So Alex,
Yeah,
let's talk."
and
yeah.
no,
No, I'm actually gonna post soon, like all like the details. I had posted it and then I removed it because I forgot one picture. Then but I'm gonna post it soon. So if you have any questions on that, I can definitely tell you where I got everything.
There
yeah,
it is.
no, but also I learned so much about just like Angel Stadium. I feel like it's such a gem. People don't really have it high up on their list
It's an
because
underrated because
I
I'll be honest. Yeah, I have not really. Everybody's like, "Oh, that's okay," like, but I haven't really heard much about Angel Stadium. To be honest with you,
when
Yeah.
you
So I mean it's true, like I know we're like getting ready to wind down, but like it's like
yeah,
the
it's fine.
inside of it, there's like really not a whole lot of like it's not really like all that special inside. Like what it's cool, like you could see most of us still call it the pond, but like the Honda Center across the way where the Ducks play, there's like this huge
Mhm.
arch that's like the train station. You can get to it by train. But there's like a lot of like the inside of it, like could use some work. Like I'd love to see a playground in there or something like that. But there's just like a lot of things that need some work. But if you look at it on the outside, I think we have the best home plate gate. Like like there's like literally like bases and like a pitching mound like in the like right in the front. Those two huge hats, like the new era
Mhm.
hats are like 649 and a half size. And then you can trace back the opening day lineup like for years, like in like the front because there's all these bricks that have like the names of the starting lineup. So there's all these
That's
like little
cool.
things like what I didn't like know was these like handprints from like some Angels greats. I'm like, where what do these mean? Like Bobby Grich and like Jim Fregosi, like their handprints are there. So it's just
Mhm.
like a lot of like little nuggets, but it's home. It's cozy.
I
no,
got you. There's
I think
nothing.
the best
That's
part
cool.
is when you're on the 5 and you can see that big A. That is my favorite part.
Yes. Yeah, that is cool. And now it used to be even cooler because they would only light up the halo when the Angels won. But now it's like lit all the time. But like maybe you miss the game and you're driving home and you're like, oh, it's lit, so they won. But
Like,
now
no,
it's like
they
lit all the
didn't.
time. Yeah. I know, but my friend was like, I used to hate that because I'd like want to go home and watch the game that I DVR'd, and I'm like, who
Now you
who
know that they
expects not to
won.
find out the score?
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I
Gosh,
get that.
we'll have to get everyone out to Anaheim soon and just do like a
Yes.
big thing.
Head to Cali.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm totally okay.
I'll be
I've always
here.
wanted to go to California, so.
Yes.
We'll talk to your wife.
Yes.
Oh, she's not gonna say no to that. Oh, yeah, so we're good there. We're golden there. So, Alex, thank you so much. And where can people find you on the socials?
Yeah, so my Instagram is Tumble Travels, and I'm on Threads, Tumble Travels as well, and that's it.
All right, perfect. Well, thank you so much, and make sure that you guys catch, obviously, my co-host and myself. We're as well on all the socials. Are you on Blue Sky now, by the way? Well,
I am. I need to learn how to use it more.
I got you. And then make sure that you guys show up, every Tuesday and Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern Time, the Dad Hat Chronicle Sports Show, where we can talk all sports and then possibly, maybe, I don't know, have Val there and talk some of her conspiracy theories.
Right.
I don't know.
Not trying to get us blocked.
Make sure you bring your tinfoil hats because it's going to be fun.
It'll be so fun.
We'll see you guys.
Bye, guys.